This morning, Precision BioSciences reported results for the fourth quarter of 2024 and recapped many of our accomplishments since the third quarter. And 2024 was a year of many firsts. Remember, our goal for 2024 was to file the first clinical trial application, or IND, for our first in vivo gene editing program, PBGENE-HBV, chronic hepatitis B. Our team delivered on this expectation. In fact, we over-delivered on this expectation by filing and receiving approval for not one, but 3 clinical trial applications in 3 separate markets. And we wrapped up 2024 by treating the first patient in our clinical trial, which is called the ELIMINATE-B trial, and we are well ahead of our expectations. As we move into 2025, our focus is on delivering on the promise of ARCUS through robust clinical data. And let's talk about some of our biggest accomplishments so far in 2025. This January, iECURE, our partner, announced news from the OTC HOPE study. This first-in-human study demonstrated a complete response in severe neonatal OTC deficiency using an ARCUS nuclease for gene insertion. It's potentially a very big win for patients if this early data can be replicated in additional patients. And in February, we announced that PBGENE-HBV was safe and well tolerated with substantial antiviral activity as measured by a reduction in hepatitis B surface antigen in 2 of the 3 patients who received the first administration at the lowest dose. This data suggests that PBGENE-HBV appears to be working by its intended mechanism of eliminating the source of viral replication in cccDNA while also inactivating integrated disease. And building on that momentum for PBGENE-HBV, in March, we recently received IND clearance from the FDA, making PBGENE-HBV the first ever in vivo gene editing therapy cleared to enter clinical trials for chronic hepatitis B in both the US and globally. So what's still to come in 2025? Well, first, stay tuned for ongoing clinical updates about the PBGENE-HBV program, including multiple dose administrations of the low dose and data from higher dose levels. And beyond PBGENE-HBV, we have data coming from other programs as well. In 2025, we plan to present new data from PBGENE-3243, a first-of-its-kind potential treatment for 3243-associated mitochondrial diseases. It's designed to specifically eliminate mutant mitochondrial DNA while preserving wild-type DNA. And we're doing this while advancing the program toward a CTA or IND. Just last week, we reported new preclinical data for the PBGENE-DMD program at the 2025 Muscular Dystrophy Association Conference. PBGENE-DMD is a potential first-in-class gene editing approach designed for dystrophin gene correction. In a preclinical model, PBGENE-DMD demonstrated long-term functional improvement over multiple time points, and importantly, PBGENE-DMD demonstrated the ability to edit satellite muscle stem cells. Why is that important? Satellite muscle stem cells are the precursor cells to new muscle cell formation and a potential predictor of durable functional benefit. These preclinical results further support the therapeutic potential of an ARCUS gene editing approach for the treatment of DMD. And finally, our finances. Our finances are in good shape. At the end of the year, we had approximately $109 million in cash, and we've added to that balance through our partnerships, including receipt of $2.5 million from TG Therapeutics to purchase Precision stock at 100% premium, or $11.33 per share. We've also been prudent about our spending, focusing on R&D activities for key programs while reining in G&A cash outlays in 2024. As a result, our anticipated cash runway carries us well into the second half of 2026, and it's expected to enable us to achieve key phase 1 clinical inflection points across 2 wholly owned in vivo gene editing programs. So in summary, 2024 was a transformational year for Precision BioSciences. We executed on our in vivo gene editing strategy, we solidified our standing as a leading in vivo gene editing company, and we now look forward to building on this clinical momentum and keeping you updated on our progress throughout 2025. Thank you for listening to this update, and stay tuned for further progress in 2025.